Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my spatial space. I'm here with my friends, the Joker, Venom, and Syndrome. And we're here to talk about the VeVe terms and conditions. Um, I've talked about this in a previous video quite a while ago, and thanks to Captain VeVe, he did an interview with Rhys, and they got into it. So it was pretty interesting. I'm gonna play the video for you. It was really nice to see somebody else finding this an important issue. So let's listen to the video.
Important question. I don't know how much involved are you in this type, but um, is it possible that VeVe announces terms of conditions changes with a post in the future because there in the past, unfortunately, important changes have often been lost? And yeah,
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, most of the time it's a lot of just legalese. Right? They're not things that directly impact the user experience. But correct me if I'm wrong. When there's an update, you have to re-sign it. Right? Like it comes up on the. Is there a checkbox that says like I agree
uh,
to terms and conditions, or is it? Okay.
no,
Okay.
not in Germany. I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, maybe that's the solution. Just to say,
Yeah,
update the terms and services.
yeah, I think this is a good solution. Yeah,
Yeah. 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 I'll pull that forward. Yeah.
thanks.
Well,
Um,
it's pretty cool that Reese is gonna take this to the team, but kind of two things um bothered me about this interview and what Reese said, and I normally don't disagree very much with what Reese says. I mean, been pretty open, pretty straightforward, and I'm sure he is here. But two things bother me. One is it's the thing that, well, it's just legalese. Well, it's really not just legalese when you think about it. That the last terms and conditions that changed in August, that one added VeVe's ability to close down or disable the account if it's not been logged in for a couple years. So it's not something you can leave on the side. And once they disable it, they basically take everything that you have. So that was a pretty big change, and it's again, it's not just legalese. And the other thing that really stuck out to me is that he asked, well, isn't there just like a checkbox when you sign in? Nope. So Captain VV said not in Germany and definitely not in the United States. That doesn't happen. But that kind of made me worry because that kind of says to me that, hey, this guy doesn't really use the app that much. I mean, I'm in the app uh, every day. I've been in the app every day since I started earlier in 2022. So I'm always logging in, and I'm pretty aware that I don't have to click a checkbox or like, in DC or in DC's platform, you get an email notifying when there's a terms and conditions change. So those two things bothered me. One is that it was just quote unquote legalese, and the other one was that it doesn't seem that uh, he uses the app very much. Well, he's the only guy anyway, so what the heck. But I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see that this issue got brought up, and I hope that um, Reese does take it back to the team and they do something about this because it is important. Some people have said it's trivial, but it's definitely not trivial, especially with uh, the potential for upcoming regulation. As a result of the change in the SEC's policies or the SEC's attitudes and the FTX collapse and the U.S. government's wanting to take a harder look at crypto. So, should things change, and for those of us that have thousands of dollars in VeVe, we want to know, when things change. So we have an opportunity to uh, adjust our portfolio should the change be affect us negatively in the area that we live in. Well, this is a short video from my spatial space, and I imported the video in from my Google Drive and with my Sketchfab villains. So thanks for watching and aloha.